Hey guys, what's up? It's the Savvy Equestrian here today, and today I'm going to show you guys how to properly oil and clean your bridle. To clean your tack, you will need a assembly of products. First, you'll need to lay down a towel, which I've done. It's just a Mickey towel. You'll need some clean rags for your glycerin soap, soap block, a thick conditioner, this is Pastier Leather Balm, some sponges, some bit cleaner and sweetener, and some oiling rags, which is optional. And I also have my little bag to keep all my stuff. Over here you will need a cold water or just a warm water. And you will need a hotter water bowl. Take your bridle and start unhooking things. That's the easiest way to really get a deep clean. You don't want any block up to get in these and the little sealers. Because build-up oil and stuff can get in there and weaken those, as well as weaken ties. If you consistently use the same bridle, marks will still be there. See if you can kind of see that little line there that it'll leave you. It'll help you out with this process. Now that you've separated, now you can start. Take your warm water and bring it to the center. First thing I like to do is I like to just dip this, just like that, into the warm water. Warm to hot water. This will help loosen the stuff before we clean this. So set that aside. Next, take your cool water, a rag, and your glycerin soap block. And dip the rag into the cool or warm water. Either way, it doesn't matter. And then begin to rub it into the soap block. You should get kind of a nice lather. Castile soap and other gentle soaps work just as well as the glycerin soap, but glycerin soap is just much more effective, I find, and it gives the leather a nice glow. Wring out any excess water. You don't want to get your tack too watery. You just want it nice and soapy. Begin with the crown and begin to rub the soap in. Make sure you get all the nooks and crannies all over the bridle. You should start to see dirt on that rag. Now it's time to set this aside to let it dry. Now it's time to pay attention to the reins and bit piece. Leave that soaking in, and then you can continue on with your rein pieces with that soap. By now you might want to dip it in that water and kind of wring that grime out. Now that your reins and such are clean, now it's time to set that aside and time to take out your bit. Lay it flat like this. Now it's also time to pull out your bit cleaner. I'm using Bit of Magic bit cleaner and sweetener. This stuff works really well to help keep my horse's mouth sweet. He loves it when I use this stuff. Can't get enough of his bit. First, I'm going to take a nice new clean rag with newly washed hands, dip it into that warm water, and then dip my bit cleaner and sweetener and kind of squirt some into the rag. And then I'm just going to clean off the excess with the bit cleaner to clean off my bit. And especially if you have a corkscrew, this can be especially challenging because then you have to really kind of scrub it out. But my horse loves his bit cleaned. I wouldn't suggest using anything but a bit cleaner or just warm water. If you don't have a bit cleaner, then just use warm water because you don't want the horse to taste soap, which is why you should wash your hands after you've already used the saddle soap. And it's as easy as that. A nice shiny bit. For grins, you might also want to just take another squirt of bit cleaner just to douse the bit to make your horse even happier. And there you go. Now you can set this whole thing aside to dry, preferably hanging up somewhere. Now it's time to take your crown piece again. It back flat, and now it's time to pull out your conditioner or oil. You can use a conditioner or you can use a thick oil. I'm going to use an oil because I haven't cleaned my tack in a long time. This stuff is really, really goopy, but this stuff will get into that leather and make it so soft and greasy. So then just start rubbing this in with a sponge. You can also use a rag, but for this I find just a sponge just works easiest. Also, you can use a conditioner or something of that matter, like just a leather conditioner. Different brands have different conditioners, so it's just about your preference. Your last step is to get that oil into your reins. You might have to do a little bit more massaging for this. Now you're done. Once you're completely done, and this oil is soaked in, then you can attach it back to your bridle and get it into your bridle bag. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video of how to clean your bridle, and I hope it gave you guys some quick tips or whatever if it helped you guys out with that. And to say that if you guys are interested in how I clean my saddle, martingale, and girth, then stay tuned for my next video coming up, which will be how to clean your saddle and other necessities that go with the saddle. Don't forget to go onto my channel to check out more savvy equestrian videos, reviews, DIYs, how to clean this, how to clean that, any review that you guys have on a product or beauty. It's like my equine beauty channel almost. So yeah, so I hope you guys will go check that out, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.